The kind that lives behind your eyes, in your chest, in the pauses between words. And you begin to see. Every person you meet is fighting their own invisible battle. You recognize the tiredness in their gaze, the quiet ache in their voice. And you feel no judgment anymore, only understanding. Because pain made you softer, not harder. It broke you open, so you could finally hold the world. You no longer wish to be invincible. You wish to be kind to yourself, to others, to the fragile miracle of this moment. You remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. You whisper it to yourself as the sun rises, and you mean it. Every sunrise feels like a gift now, not a guarantee. A brief chance to be here, to see, to love, and that is enough. You begin to understand that enough was all you were ever searching for. Enough peace to rest, enough courage to face the day, enough love to stay soft in a hard world. The pursuit of more was always the trap. The world told you to chase, to win, to achieve, to conquer, but the soul only wanted to be. And now finally, you let it. The air feels lighter, the colors sharper, time moves slower. But you no longer try to outrun it. You walk beside it, like an old friend. You start to live deliberately. You listen when someone speaks. You watch the wind move through trees. You feel the rhythm of your own breath. Steady, real, alive. You no longer ask, what is the meaning of life? You ask, what meaning can I bring to this moment? And in that question, you find your answer. For meaning isn't found in grand gestures, but in presence. It's in how you treat those who cannot help you. It's in how you hold yourself when no one is watching. It's in how you choose to rise, again and again, without resentment. That is mastery. That is victory. That is the quiet triumph of the Stoic soul. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are a sculptor of response. You carve peace from chaos. You forge patience from pain. You mold grace from grief. And through it all, you carry a steady truth within. You need very little to live well. You need even less to live wisely. So you walk on, lighter, calmer, unmoved by praise or insult. You no longer rise and fall with the opinions of others. You rise and fall with the rhythm of your own breath. And as you walk, the world around you begins to change. Not because it has, but because you have. You see beauty where others see ordinary. You find lessons where others find loss. You feel peace in moments others rush through. You have become the student and the teacher, the seeker and the found, the storm and the stillness. And somewhere deep inside, you know, this was what you were always meant to remember. That life is not about being untouched by pain. It's about being unbroken by it. It's about becoming whole in the middle of it. And as the night folds over the world again, you sit quietly beneath it, no longer searching for the stars, but realizing you've carried their light within you all along. The silence feels different now. It used to be heavy, but now it breathes. It no longer reminds you of what you lost. It reminds you of what you found. Stillness, clarity, a self that no storm could wash away. You look at your hands. They trembled once. From fear, from exhaustion, from trying to hold too much. Now they rest open, empty, free, because you have learned something the world rarely teaches. That to hold peace, you must let go of everything else. Power, control, certainty, even pride in your own suffering. You have stopped needing the world to understand you. You have stopped explaining yourself to those still asleep. You have stopped trying to prove your worth, because the fire that once burned for recognition now burns only for truth. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." You understand that now. Freedom was never about escaping cages. It was about no longer building them. You used to build them with your own thoughts, with what-ifs, with "I can't," with "I'm not enough," brick by brick, until you were buried under your own mind. But somewhere in the quiet, you began to notice the cracks in those walls, and through them, light entered. A faint warm glow. You followed it. Every time you chose patience over anger, every time you forgave, every time you breathed through pain instead of running from it, you were rebuilding yourself without even knowing it. Not into someone new, but into who you were meant to be before the world taught you to be afraid. Now you see life for what it is, a passing storm, a flicker of light, a single note in an endless song, and you are not trying to control the song anymore. You are simply learning to listen. You have realized that happiness was never lost. It was buried under expectation. That love was never gone. It was hidden beneath fear. That strength was never missing. It was waiting for your surrender. You no longer chase the horizon. You walk slowly toward it, knowing it will always move with you. This is peace. Not loud, not triumphant, but deep, enduring, silent. It reveals it. Not the peace of having what you want, but the peace of wanting nothing more than what is. And in that stillness, in that surrender, you will finally understand. You were never here to escape life. You were here to become it, to feel it, to love it, to let it shape you, until you and life are one and the same. It reveals it, so you will not fear it anymore. You will greet it one day, as a friend arriving right on time. But not yet, not now. For now, you have more living to do. You will continue to walk this path, calm in chaos, grateful in loss, kind in hardship, and people will notice something in you. They won't know what it is. They'll say you have a light about you, a quiet strength. They'll ask how you remain so calm when the world burns around you, and you'll smile gently, because you'll know you have simply stopped resisting life. You have learned to accept what comes and let go of what goes, to take what is given and give what you can, to love what is here, now, before it's gone. You will stop chasing destiny, because you'll realize you are living it. Every breath, every choice, every quiet act of courage is destiny in motion. This is what Marcus meant when he said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." So you will stop seeking meaning and become meaning. You will stop searching for wisdom and live wisely. You will stop waiting for peace and embody peace. You will start to serve others, not for recognition, but because love compels you to. You will start to forgive faster, to speak truth gentler, to listen longer. Because life, you'll realize, is not about being remembered. It's about being present. And in that presence, you will meet something divine, not in temples, not in books, but in the quiet pulse of existence itself. Every breath will feel like a prayer, every moment a chance to begin again. And when pain visits once more, as it will, you will bow your head and whisper, "Welcome, teach me again." You will remember the Stoic's wisdom, that suffering does not steal life. It deepens it. That hardship is not cruelty, it's initiation. That peace is not an escape, it's a decision. And with that decision, you will live lightly, not because you have less, but because you cling to nothing. No expectation, no control, no fear, just the gentle awareness that all things rise and fall, and you remain the witness. The same stillness that moved through Marcus, through Seneca, through Epictetus, moves through you. You are part of that eternal chain of souls who faced life fully and loved it anyway. So keep walking, with patience, with calm, with grace. Let your life be your message. Let your peace be your protest. Let your kindness be your legacy. And when the world grows loud again, when the storms return, when fear claws at the edges of your mind, breathe. Remember, you have walked through darkness before. You have found your way without a map. You have rebuilt from ashes. You have risen from every fall. You are not fragile. You are forged. And now, you walk not as a seeker, but as a master of yourself. Still human, still flawed, still learning, but unshaken. For you have discovered the rarest peace of all. And one day, without warning, you will wake and realize the battle inside you has quieted. Not because life has become easier, but because you have stopped fighting it. You will feel the same wind that once froze your heart, now brushing your face like an old friend. The same silence that once haunted you, now feels sacred. Like a prayer, you have not escaped the storm. You have learned to walk through rain without losing your fire. This is mastery, not control, not perfection, but peace in the presence of chaos. You will look around and notice how everything is temporary. The people you love, the seasons you cherish, the places you once called home. All moving, all fading, all becoming. And you will no longer grieve the way you used to, because you will see the beauty is not in the staying, it's in the passing. It's in knowing it's fleeting. That makes it sacred. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." And you'll smile, because you'll know now that peace is not found in what happens, but in how you see it. The Stoic path is not a denial of emotion. It is its refinement. You still feel deeply, but your feelings no longer drown you. They move through you like waves, and you remain the shore. Anger visits, but no longer stays. Fear whispers, but no longer rules. Grief rises, but it no longer defines you. You have become the witness, calm, aware, awake. You've learned to forgive the world, not because it deserved forgiveness, but because you deserved freedom. Resentment was a chain. You wore it for too long. Now you've set it down. And in that space where bitterness once lived, you feel something new. Clarity, compassion, grace. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." You have wasted time before. We all have. On anger, on regret, on waiting for the right moment. But not anymore. Now you see, there is no later. There is only now. And in this now, you breathe fully. You walk slowly. You speak softly. You see deeply. You start to notice how the light falls on an empty street, how laughter drifts through open windows, how even pain carries a strange tenderness. Because everything is fleeting and alive. You will understand why the Stoics smiled in the face of death, not out of coldness, but out of understanding. They knew the end gives meaning to the middle. They knew that death does not rob life of its value. Beats in the stars, in the oceans, in every living thing. That is what the Stoics knew. We are not separate. We are one with all that is. To live well is to live in harmony with that truth. To do good because you can. To endure because you must. To love because there is nothing greater. So let this be your creed. To live each day as if borrowed. To meet hardship with calm. To greet joy with gratitude. To love without needing to possess. To die without fear, knowing you have lived fully. And when the final dawn comes, when the breath slows, and the body grows still, you will not be afraid. You will look back and see the story for what it was. Not tragedy, but transformation. Not loss, but liberation. You will see that every tear watered the roots of your becoming, that every scar was an opening through which light entered. And as the world fades from your eyes, you will understand. You were never the body. You were never the name. You were the consciousness behind it all, the awareness watching, the soul remembering its eternity. And you will smile, for you will know nothing is ever lost. Everything only changes form. The Stoics lived and died with this peace. And now, so will you. You are not your pain. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are the flame that endures through them all. So rise again, walk gently, live bravely, and when life asks what you have learned, you will answer, I have learned to love the world as it is, to love fate, to love the journey, and in loving it all, I have found peace. Do not chase peace. Realize it. It has always been here, beneath the noise, beneath the fear, beneath the endless reaching. You will never find peace in the world if you cannot find it in yourself. So let go. Let go of what you cannot hold. Let go of who you were supposed to be. Let go of how it was supposed to unfold. In letting go, you return to yourself. In surrendering, you remember what is eternal. Seneca said, "He who has learned how to die has unlearned how to be a slave." Because the one who accepts death is free from fear. And when you are free from fear, you are free from everything. You begin to live fully, to love fully, to forgive fully. You stop wasting time. You stop waiting for permission. You stop trying to be ready and begin being. Look around you. Everything is impermanent. Every tree, every city, every face, even the stars will fade one day. But impermanence is not tragedy. It is beauty. It is what makes each breath precious, each sunrise sacred, each heartbeat divine. You were never meant to last forever. You were meant to burn brightly, briefly, completely. So burn, not in anger, but in awareness, in purpose, in love. Give everything, hold nothing back. Let your days be your philosophy in motion. Let your actions speak where words cannot. When you fall, stand slowly. When you doubt, breathe deeply. When you fear, remember, you have survived every moment before this one. There is a rhythm to life, a pulse beneath all things. And when you are still enough, you can feel it, the same pulse that beats in you. There will come a night when the world falls utterly silent, when the noise of ambition fades and the crowd disperses, and you are left alone with yourself. In that quiet, there will be no applause, no distractions, no screens, no mirrors to show who you are. Only your soul, asking softly, did you live well? Not did you win, not were you admired, but Did you live with truth? Did you love with courage? Did you endure with grace? The Stoics understood this moment. They prepared for it every day. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do every act of your life as though it were your last, because one day it will be. So live deliberately, speak kindly, forgive easily, stand firmly, love fiercely. Let your life be a practice of presence. Let your actions echo your philosophy. Let your days reflect your soul." For the Stoics knew, the measure of a life is not its length, but its depth, not its possessions, but its purpose. And what is your purpose? It is not hidden in the stars, nor waiting in some distant tomorrow. It is here, now, in how you face this moment, in how you choose to respond to what life places before you. Your purpose is how you carry yourself, through joy and through sorrow alike, how you rise when no one watches, how you remain kind when the world turns cruel. That is the mark of the master. Not perfection, but presence. Not victory, but virtue. You have walked through pain, through the slow unraveling of dreams, through nights when you thought the light would never return. And yet, you are still standing, still breathing, still willing to try again. Do you realize what that means? It means life has not defeated you. It means the soul within you is unconquered. It means you have become what the Stoics revered most, a human being aligned with nature, calm amid the storm, anchored in wisdom, alive to every breath. The world will continue to change. People will come and go. Fortune will rise and fall. But the one thing that remains yours is your mind, your reason, your ability to choose. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And so your work is simple, but never easy. To govern your thoughts, to watch your judgments, to keep your soul in harmony. You cannot control the waves, but you can learn to sail. You can learn to move with the wind, not against it. This is the art of living, the Stoic art, to live with virtue, no matter the season, to smile even in loss, to stand even in fear, to love even in impermanence, and through it all, to remember, you are not the storm, you are the ocean, deep, vast, unbroken. Even when the surface rages, the depth remains still. That stillness, that is your true nature. The Stoics spoke often of the Logos, the divine reason that orders all things. They believed that to live well is to live in alignment with it, to say yes to the flow of life. You are learning that art, to say yes to what comes, to bow to what leaves, to find peace, not in having control, but in releasing it. This is the paradox of mastery. You win not by fighting, but by yielding. You rise not by force, but by acceptance. You become unshakable, not because life stops testing you, but because you stop needing to resist. One day you will look back on this chapter and smile, not because it was easy, but because it was sacred. It was the place where you began to awaken, the place where pain turned to wisdom, where you met yourself, not as the world wanted you to be, but as you truly are. And what are you? You are not your failures. You are not your past. You are not what they said about you. You are the awareness beneath it all, the silent witness watching the rise and fall of everything. You are the calm beneath the waves, the stillness behind the noise, the eternal presence that nothing can touch. When you sit in that stillness long enough, you feel it, the quiet strength of the universe breathing through you. You realize you were never separate, never alone, never lost. Every breath is the cosmos moving through you. Every heartbeat, a reminder that you belong here. There is no need to rush, no need to prove, no need to chase. You have already arrived. The Stoics lived with this awareness, to greet each day as if it were their last, to do their duty, to serve humanity, and to love fate with all their being. So live as they did, wake with purpose, walk with grace, speak with honesty, love without fear. And when life grows heavy again, as it will, return to your breath, return to the present, return to that quiet place inside where no storm can reach. Because there, in that sacred silence, you will remember, you are the storm, and the calm after it. You are the flame, and the ashes reborn. You are not just surviving, you are transcending. And one day, when it is time to leave this world, you will go as the Stoics did, with calm eyes, a steady heart, and gratitude for the gift of having lived. You will smile at the sky and whisper, I did not waste my suffering. I turned it into light. There comes a morning when you wake, and the weight you've carried for so long no longer feels like a curse, but a teacher, You stand at your window, the world still half asleep, and you realize the pain that once buried you has become the ground you now stand on. This is how the soul grows, not through comfort, but through confrontation, not by fleeing the darkness, but by walking through it with open eyes. You see, pain was never the enemy. It was the invitation to go deeper, to see yourself without masks, to remember what truly matters. And now you know, you cannot heal what you refuse to feel. You cannot rise if you will not face what pulls you down. Seneca wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." And you, my friend, you are that gem. Every hardship has been polishing your soul, refining the edges, revealing the brilliance beneath. You are not who you were before the struggle. You are wiser, softer, more human. The world praises strength that conquers, but the Stoic knows the highest strength is the one that endures quietly, the kind that bends, but never breaks, the kind that holds peace in the middle of the storm. There is beauty in restraint, in saying nothing when anger tempts you, in walking away when pride begs you to stay, in choosing stillness when chaos calls your name. This is the discipline of the mind, to rule yourself before the world can rule you, to choose your response when everything inside you screams to react. Marcus Aurelius said, "You will meet it calmly, and it will leave you less harmful than it came." That is your practice, to meet life calmly, to let it move through you, without taking your peace. You are learning to trust the rhythm of things, to see that what falls away was never meant to stay, to see that what stays was always meant to grow beside you. And as you walk this path, you begin to sense something greater, the quiet intelligence of the universe. It moves through everything, through loss, through love, through endings and beginnings alike. You once thought life was happening to you. Now you see it was happening for you, to shape you, to wake you, to bring you home. Because the truth is, peace was never lost. It was only covered, buried beneath noise, fear, and longing. But beneath it all, your soul was always still. Epictetus said, "Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself." And maybe now you see, this pain didn't destroy you, it revealed you. You found out who you are, when there was nothing left to hold on to. You discovered your worth, when the world stopped clapping. You learned your strength, when no one came to save you. That is the quiet triumph, the invisible victory, the glory that no one sees, but you feel it in your bones. And now, you no longer chase meaning. You live it, you embody it. You no longer ask, "What if I fall?" You whisper, "If I fall, I will rise again." Because you have, because you will. For this moment right now is all you truly own. It is your eternity in miniature. So forgive the world for being what it is. Forgive yourself for not knowing better before you did. Forgive time for moving too fast. And then, let it go. The Stoic said, "Amor fati." Love your fate. Not just accept it, but love it. Because every turn of the road, every shadow, every heartbreak was necessary to bring you here. You are not behind. You are not late. You are becoming exactly what you were meant to be. The river does not apologize for its bends. The mountain does not explain its scars. Why should you? The world does not need a perfect you. It needs a real you. Calm, present, awake. One day, you will stand at the edge of your life and see how everything fit together. The pain, the joy, the waiting, the loss, all of it perfectly imperfect. And you will understand nothing was wasted. Not a single tear, not a single breath. So until that day comes, keep walking, keep breathing, keep choosing peace. Because no matter how dark it gets, the light within you remains untouched. It was there before the pain. It will be there after. And if you listen closely, you'll hear it whisper, "This too shall pass. But what I have become will stay." Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Every trial has been training, every loss a lesson, every heartbreak a kind of awakening. You are not meant to stay soft forever. You are meant to be shaped by hardship, by courage, by time. And slowly, without even realizing it, you have become someone new, someone who no longer reacts to life, but responds to it, someone who no longer fears the fire, but understands its purpose. There is peace in that, a deep, unshakable peace. The Stoics called it eudaimonia, a life lived in harmony with virtue, not the absence of pain, but the presence of wisdom. To wake each day and choose to act rightly, no matter how others act, to speak truthfully, no matter who listens, to love deeply, without needing anything in return. That is greatness, quiet, invisible, real. The world will tell you success is measured in gold, in followers, in applause. But the wise know success is the ability to sleep peacefully at night, to have nothing to hide, nothing to prove, nothing to fear. You will learn to be content, not because life is perfect, but because you no longer need it to be. When rain falls, you will let it fall. When people leave, you will let them go. When endings come, you will bow to them like an old friend, because you know everything is temporary. Everything belongs to change. That is not tragedy. That is life. And when you stop resisting it, you begin to truly live. The Stoics meditated on death, not with despair, but with gratitude. To remember that time is limited is to remember that each moment matters. So do not rush. Do not live half alive. Taste your days. Breathe them. Be here for them. There is a silence that comes, not from emptiness, but from understanding. It is the stillness after a storm, when the dust settles, and what remains is truth. You have spent so long fighting the world, chasing what you thought you needed, trying to prove your worth in the eyes of those who could never see you. But now, you no longer seek validation. You seek peace. You no longer chase noise. You listen for quiet. You no longer beg the world to be kind. You have learned to be kind to yourself. That is where it begins. Not with victory, not with applause, but with quiet self-respect. To look in the mirror, see your flaws, your failures, your wounds, and say, I still choose you. That is power. That is mastery. That is love. Epictetus said, no man is free who is not master of himself. And now you know, freedom isn't found outside. It's born within. Freedom is when you stop being ruled by your anger, when you stop letting fear choose for you, when you can sit in uncertainty and still breathe with ease. That is freedom. That is strength. You have walked through loneliness, through nights that felt endless, through the silence that screamed louder than any sound. And yet, here you are, alive, enduring, still willing to love again. Do you see what that means? It means nothing has broken you. Not really. It means that the fire that tried to consume you has only forged you into something purer. There is a light within you that pain cannot touch. It flickers in your chest, like an ancient star. And no matter how dark life becomes, it burns on. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. So paint yours with gratitude, with patience, with peace. Every thought you think is a seed, and the garden of your mind is what becomes your world. So choose wisely. Choose calm over chaos. Choose presence over regret. Choose gratitude over fear. There will always be noise. There will always be storms. But the calm you carry inside will be your anchor. You will learn to meet pain with curiosity, to sit with discomfort instead of running from it, to ask, what are you teaching me? Instead of, why me? Because the pain you resist persists, but the pain you face frees you. You will walk through life lighter, not because the world is kinder, but because you have become stronger, wiser, more awake. You will see that every person is fighting their own battle, that anger hides pain, that cruelty hides fear, that everyone is trying, in their own imperfect way, to find peace. And so you will forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. You will let go of what you cannot change. You will love what remains, and you will walk on, quietly, gracefully, through the ever-changing winds of this life, because you now understand. Everything ends, everything transforms, and in that impermanence, there is beauty. You will die one day, so will everyone you love. The Stoics never hid from this truth. They embraced it. They called it memento mori. Remember, you must die, not to bring despair, but to awaken gratitude, to remind you that every breath is sacred, every moment a gift, every sunrise a miracle. So live, fully, deliberately, gratefully. Do not waste this day waiting for peace. Be peace. Do not chase love. Be love. Do not seek meaning. Create it. In how you rise, in how you endure, in how you give. Because one day, this body will return to the earth. Your voice will fade. Your name will be forgotten. But your impact, the quiet strength you gave to others, the peace you carried through the storm, that will echo beyond you. That is immortality. And so, as the sun sets on another day, you will stand still, silent, calm, at peace with what has been, at peace with what will come. One day you will look back and realize that nothing was wasted. Not the sleepless nights, not the heartbreak, not the loneliness. Every moment was part of your becoming. You are not behind. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Right here, in this breath, in this heartbeat, in this unfolding. Your pain is the proof that you are alive, that you have felt deeply, that you have cared enough to be wounded. And what greater proof of humanity is there than to love and lose, to fall and rise, to ache and still hope? Hope, that quiet ember the world cannot extinguish. It flickers within you even in your darkest hours. And though you may forget it, it never forgets you. You are stronger than your fear, wiser than your doubt, more infinite than your pain. Do not rush to heal. Let the wound teach you first. Let it speak its truth. Let it shape your patience. Healing is not returning to who you were. It is becoming someone new, someone deeper, someone freer. You are not the storm. You are the sky that holds it. Vast, unbroken, eternal. The Stoics looked to nature, to the mountains, the sea, the stars. They saw how everything endures, how the ocean does not resist the waves, how the sun returns again and again. And they learned that peace is found in harmony, not control. You cannot force life to obey you. You can only choose how you meet it, with calm, with courage, with grace. Do not be ashamed of your scars. They are your map, your testament, your art. Each one says, I have lived, I have felt, I have become. And when the world asks what kept you going, you will smile, because you will know it was never luck, never circumstance. It was you, your discipline, your endurance, your quiet, unyielding heart. There is peace in letting go, not of the dream, but of the demand that it happen your way. You can still move forward without bitterness. You can still love without expectation. You can still live without needing to control the outcome. That is freedom. That is mastery. The Stoics called it ataraxia, tranquility of the soul, a calm so deep that even chaos bows before it. It is not found in wealth or fame or victory. It is found in acceptance, in the gentle surrender of what is beyond your hands. And once you find it, no storm can steal it from you. You have seen darkness. But tell me, who understands light better than one who has walked through shadow? Who values peace more than one who's tasted chaos? Pain refines you. It teaches you patience. It humbles your ego. It burns away what is false and reveals what is eternal. And yet the mind resists. It wants comfort, not growth. It wants the easy path. But comfort is a cage, and growth is found only in the fire. You have been burned, yes, but from those ashes, you rise higher. You see clearer. You feel deeper. There is beauty in your scars, not because they are perfect, but because they are proof. Proof that you have lived, that you have fallen and stood again, that you have faced the storm and did not run. And somewhere in that stillness after the storm, you begin to understand. Life was never about avoiding pain. It was about embracing it, holding it close, letting it teach you what no comfort ever could. You start to see the pattern, the way every loss carved space for wisdom. Every heartbreak cleared the path for truth. Every failure humbled your pride and made you real. You learn to stop asking, why me? And start whispering, try me. For you are no longer the same. You are no longer seeking peace from the world. You are creating peace within yourself. The Stoics taught that virtue is the only good, and that happiness comes not from what we have, but from how we live. Integrity, courage, wisdom, self-control. These are the unshakable pillars of the soul. These cannot be stolen, cannot be destroyed. They are yours. When the world betrays you, you still have your character. When life takes everything, you still have your choices. No one can rob you of the way you choose to see this moment. No one can dictate the attitude you bring to your suffering. That is your kingdom, your empire within. So breathe. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Remember that everything you need to endure this moment already lives inside you. Marcus once wrote to himself, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." And maybe now you understand. The obstacle is not blocking your path. It is your path. Every challenge has been your teacher. Every heartbreak, your initiation. Every pain, a doorway into the deeper self. You do not need to escape this life. You need only awaken within it. The Stoics did not seek a life without hardship. They sought the strength to meet hardship with calm, to walk through fire without losing their grace, to hold peace like a candle, even when the wind howled. And you are learning the same art, the art of staying still in the storm, the art of finding meaning in the suffering, the art of loving the world even when it hurts. Because pain is not punishment, it's preparation. Every blow is shaping you into someone capable of carrying light. There comes a moment when the noise fades, when the chaos of the world quiets just enough for you to hear your own heartbeat. It's faint at first, buried under years of doubt, fear, and the voices of others. But it's there, steady, waiting. You have carried pain, not just the kind that breaks the body, but the kind that breaks the spirit. The disappointment that comes from giving everything and still feeling unseen. The exhaustion of pretending to be strong when every part of you wants to collapse. And yet, you wake. Again and again, you rise. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The world has taught you to chase control, to fight every storm, fix every failure, win every battle. But the Stoics knew the truth. Control is an illusion. Mastery is surrender, not surrender to weakness, but to acceptance, to the reality that pain is part of the path, that no one escapes the fire. But the wise, they learn to walk through it. There was a time when you thought happiness meant freedom from suffering. Now you know, it means finding peace within it. You've lost things you thought you couldn't live without. People, dreams, pieces of yourself. But look closer. You're still here, breathing, moving, beating. There is something unbreakable within you, something untouched by all that has fallen away. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And maybe he was right, because the worst battles are not fought in the world. They're fought in the mind, in the sleepless hours, in the quiet moments when the weight of everything presses against your chest. But you've endured them all. The storms of the mind, the loneliness that eats at the edges of your soul, the quiet ache of existence. And still, you walk forward. You are not broken. You are becoming. The universe carves you with every loss, shapes you with every failure, polishes you with every heartbreak, until you become something no storm can shatter. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And how you've reacted, how you've endured, is your proof. The world cannot take what it did not give. It cannot touch the inner fortress you build. With courage, acceptance, and reason,